the mic. Give that. That's kind of the way we built this place. But thank you for coming in this morning. I know it's tough to get out in the weather, and I want to welcome and kind of recognize Miss Erin. She came down from Spartanburg this morning. Reverend Howard. And she said it wasn't foggy until we got to Anderson. Now, we've got some business afterwards that we're going to work through, but she now does know because we talked in the parking lot. She was my Roundhouse Pat deal this morning. She brought down marketing posters from Spartanburg, and she's going to take back that payroll with some other groups. So I really appreciate you being here.
And I'm from the Women Cups in Spartanburg. Oh, good. And we are one of those once-a-month groups, so that we can go visit everybody else. Good.
And she also runs the Venture South Angel Network group that we'll talk a little bit about my project. So again, welcome. This is a very relaxed setting. I'll go for 6 minutes and we'll go from there. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Project Inspire Labs. It's effectively the third set of grants that we obtained. The first two were built in this shop here, $750,000, which was gathered here, matching grants facilitating and built the facility that you're in today. And then we went towards the third set of grants last year with Tri-County Tech, and that's really what we're going to talk about. It's really about building an entrepreneurial ecosystem. So a lot of people say, what do you do, right? What do you do for a living? I get that asked all the time because I'm not your typical 9-to-5 person. I don't sit at a desk. I did that for 20 years, building, owning, and operating the networks that make your cell phones work. So what I do for a living is I provide craft beer in the communities that we have in Anderson, Spartanburg, Fountain Inn, and the village of West Greenville. We provide a very kick-ass, comfortable environment and excellent customer service. That's what we do for the community. It's not about craft beer, it's about the community. I also try to take ideas from startups and institutions and advance them with tools and connections across the state in healthcare, education, and economic development. And you'll see some of that in this presentation. So Project Inspire was something that we put together for the grant that is a collaboration between Tri-County Tech, Technical College, that's really leading these efforts, Anderson County, and then Venture South, of course, is the capital, access to capital for startups that want to come out of being an entrepreneur or start a company. And then, of course, Clemson University. This is where intellectual property comes from. You take the smarts of the research, you see where you can capitalize it, and you move it forward to advance things. What we did is we kind of did a survey across the three-county area, Anderson, Oconee, and Pickens counties, and we built some framework around what does the delivery look like? What is the assets? What's the program need to look like? They looked a little different across each one of the counties that we researched. So they're not going to be the same in each one of them, but it's really about building that total ecosystem that can deliver things to the community, the current businesses, and future businesses that we can advance across the state area. So really startups is about growth. Startups are great, they're fun, but they're just startups. If you can't grow them, they're not sustainable. So you really got to grow those. You've got to find ways to grow them. Strategic partnerships is a big thing for me. How do you do that? Through collision. Actually, it's 4, I counted them this morning. 4 Clemson guys are stopping Alabama here. That's the great collision that made the national champions in my lifetime 3 times now. So that's how you make stuff happen. It's good collision. What we did, we assessed the elements around these 3 counties. This is kind of the collision map. You can see the 3 counties, and we assessed, here's our education partners and campuses, here's our other assets, whether it be economic development offices, communities, or companies that really could build the ecosystem. It's a little busy, but you can kind of see the assets. When you do it, you have to do an asset mapping when you're doing any big projects. Figure out who wants to play and who needs to play in the world that you're trying to grow. You got to have mentors. If you don't have mentors and guidance, you're going to fail. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, those guys were not successful because of money. They were successful because they listened to other folks. I actually have been mentoring for probably 35 years now, and I was in corporate America. Now I've learned to mentor downstream, which I learned from the 20-something-year-olds, and I also mentor up to the 80, 90-year-olds. So I learned in both directions because entrepreneurship and startups is a very diverse developing process. And if you don't understand that, that's something that everybody needs to embrace. because change is inevitable with anything that you do in startups and business and growth. The business model canvas. We kind of subscribe to this all the time. It's essentially a business plan. You look at the things that, what's the challenge that you're trying to solve? What does the market look like? What's your solution? What's your team look like? And how much money is it going to cost? Now, it gets a little bit deeper with these other words, but at the end of the day, you're just looking at how can I be successful with what I'm trying to do and the assets and resources around me. You have to have a community of entrepreneurs. Because if you have one or two, that's great. But what I found in the upstate since I came back 10 years ago from Telecom, working in Chicago, it takes a village of people to get stuff done. So this is just a pictorial of an entrepreneurial community somewhere. I don't know where it is, it doesn't really matter at this point. But you can kind of say, just like you guys are here today, you came here to listen, we're here to learn, we're here to grow, and really move South Carolina and ultimately Anderson forward. You have to build great space. This is the space that you're sitting in. This was a group of high school students that we took through kind of a startup mode themselves. It was 2 weeks during the summer. So they came in every day. They spent 6 hours a day. And they sat down with us and they went through that business model canvas. They went out into the city, found challenges in the city with different business owners. They'd come back in here. They'd walk through the process. They'd create prototypes. And then they'd go back into the city and sit down with the individual businesses and say, does this work for you? So it wasn't really about them creating a solution. It was about them working together and learning how to create a solution. Because most of these kids are now in college, and hopefully they'll be successful just by what they learned, really life skills and problem solving. This is another picture of them kind of presenting. We decided, the company professors and I, to create lemonade stand. It's effectively Thin School now, which is another project that came out of this. It's a business. It's licensed to Clemson now to kind of help move things forward in the upstate, for that matter, the state level. We didn't allow them any digital format to present. We made them specifically draw it out on paper so they could be creative. They were, one wasn't better than the other with cool presentations. So this is them presenting with their parents. You can kind of see the activity. Mary Haley and her team have really activated the space since we've been out of here for probably 4 years. So we're really proud of what the team in the City of Anderson is doing in this space. Because that literally that's almost 5 years old. So, of course, the last question is to ask. What are you looking for? What am I looking for from you? I'm looking for you to engage as entrepreneurs. How do you want to create something that's valuable? You have to have value in anything you create. Don't make it valuable to yourself. When I was ordering beer a couple of years ago, I said, I like that. I'm not buying it. It's what you want and what she wants and what he wants. That's who I started listening to create my beer list, to provide that to you. You've got to create value to people. They'll continue to come back. The value and environment you create, the experience is very important, and the product. How do you grow that? We talk about growth. Startups are great, but if you can't grow them, they're just startups. They'll die on the vine. I've probably worked over 10 years with 24 startups that are sitting on a shelf somewhere or swept in and in the garbage because they didn't have the people, the teams, the assets, or the drive behind them to get them going. You got to be passionate. You got to be resilient. If you're not, it's going to be tough. You got to be successful with this stuff. Success, Mary Haley talked about this earlier. It's about the small wins. You got to count the small wins. There's always big wins, but count the small wins every single day. I count my blessings every day. I'm up. I'm moving around. I'll be 50 next year. We've got great kids. We live in a great community up there. We've got a great opportunity living from Atlanta to Charlotte in the state of South Carolina. We've got Southern hospitality. You don't find that in a lot of places in America nowadays. When I go to Chicago, where are you from? They like being with me because we create a fun time. And then you just take all these things and you reiterate. You rinse and repeat it. I use that term a lot. If you do something and you're successful at it once, you can take that same framework and fit it into something else, change it up, and just redo it. It may look a little bit different, but you're going through the same success. So that's my pitch. Do you have any questions?